Jason Ciombor with Homebot. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I am super, super excited to have you kind of just give us a few talking points and thoughts about Homebot. For anybody that doesn't know about Homebot, I am a huge raving fan. We incorporated it into our process for our clients after closing probably about 2 years ago. And I got to tell you, without a doubt, not only is it such a useful tool to consumers, it's automated, so it happens every month. Once they're in it, I don't have to worry about it. And Jason, I know you're going to talk about that a little bit, but the other part of it is I think of it as a monthly wealth digest for one's home, just like we would get a financial statement from my financial planner on our investments and how they're doing. This is the same thing for your home. So it's one of a kind. I love it. And Jason, thank you so much for taking time today to educate us and help me share with the real estate community.
Absolutely, Kelly. And thank you so much for having us. I always love working with you and the team. You're some of my favorite clients. I hope nobody else hears that, but I do appreciate the invitation to talk a little bit about Homebot. You hit it spot on as far as what our mission is. The altruistic nature of Homebot here is to empower and educate people on the biggest asset they're ever going to own, right? And that's their home. Now, this statistic was actually pretty shocking for me when I first came to Homebot. And I've been in the industry for almost a decade on the software side. But I didn't quite realize how important home ownership is for the total wealth at retirement for the average American. What was shocking is that it's 83%, and that other 17% of wealth is what I feel is getting the lion's share of attention. It's our 401k, our savings. How's the stock market doing? And what we noticed specifically is how well managed that 17% is, right? So if I want to see how those other investments are performing, I have a real-time portal, shows me how my investments are doing. I get recommendations. And then this is the important part. Anytime I have a question with one click of a button, I get connected to my financial planner or my financial advisor. So what we realized over here at Homebot is we need to make sure we're helping people manage that 83%. So we give them this portal experience, personalized, customized to them. But as they self-educate and find questions, you're the person that stays top of mind to answer all those questions. So it's hands down the best client retention tool out there because it's keeping you top of mind with meaningful content every month.
You're absolutely right. And it's not just me as a lender, it's keeping the real estate agent that chooses to incorporate this into their business platform top of mind. So, we work very closely with the real estate community because, they're giving the insight in the community, what's happening. Through Homebot, a client can request an actual CMA, which is all real estate driven. But a lot of times they'll come down to, hey, can I afford to turn this into a rental property and, go buy a new house? And that's where we kind of come into the conversation. So just the ability to have that one click type of question through Homebot, we get the questions all the time, every day. And it's a fantastic way to stay in front of our client base and help them manage, really, in most cases, the largest investment of their lives.
Absolutely. And that ease of people asking you questions, I'd love to just show you a quick preview, for everyone who's watching as well. Once your clients get access to their portal, first of all, it's one email that goes out per month. It's completely automated from your side. You create your account, you load some clients in, and then Homebot's working for you. But what's nice is when they're logged in, we're keeping you top of mind. And to your point about the CMA request, Kelly, I absolutely love it because we're actually reshaping the way people view their home value. We're so used to our, best estimates of what a computer thinks our home is worth. And at the end of the day, that doesn't really leave us with confidence, especially if we go to multiple sites and then we kind of do this comparison and we think we might know. But what we did to make sure you're winning that relationship and that your clients are having the best experiences, we supply them an AVM, but that's not our end goal. We want them to challenge that. And we want you as a loan officer and all of the agents listening, we want you to actually put your expert opinion in. So when your clients see their value, they can say, well, I saw my neighbor's house sell for a little bit more. I think it's worth more, or I wish, but that seems too high. So they can put in their own opinions. I don't have to say how much I think we all love our own opinions, but that'll obviously win out over any computer's, opinion of their house. But what's nice, and this is really important, is they can prompt you to say, hey, can you actually get an expert opinion of my house? And once they do that, and you come in and tell them what their home's worth, they see your picture saying on this date, my human professional expert opinion says it's worth this much. And that automatically makes Homebot their single source of truth for all home ownership options, hands down. So it's got a really cool effect. And it's actually something, whether it's through the uses of video, we give you a lot of cool tools to proactively educate your clients on why we want this number to be as accurate as possible.
And on that note, y'all know I love video, right? So you don't have to incorporate video, but Homebot makes it really easy to do it. So what we do with our clients is we'll do a Homebot video every month that goes out with the digest that's being released for that month. But we also are incorporating our other videos within Homebot that become evergreen videos. So those are, once they're in there, they're in there. And from a real estate perspective, you can do that as well. So you can talk about, the big news of today is, Zillow's pulling out of the market, of the iBuyer market. You can actually do a video in Homebot and talk about that and figure out how to connect that back to this type of valuation. It's said that one of the reasons why they're pulling out is that their algorithms to price houses was off base nationwide. Okay, well, that's where Homebot comes into play here, and the ability to actually engage with the real estate community or the real estate agent and get that CMA and then fine tune this analysis so it's more relevant. This is a great opportunity just to connect off of the big news of the moment, right? So whether it's that or news that is going to be in the future, there's always a way to be able to leverage this digest for realtors. And that's why I'm just so excited about it. So Jason, continue. What else you got?
You got it. So what's nice about this, and just a few little pieces of functionalities, there's really two audiences that you should focus on with Homebot. So one is your current homeowners, because when they log in, they'll see their current home, and then we leave little breadcrumbs everywhere so they can start to go down the path that they find the most appealing, whether that's their market being in high demand, and they can come here and also a little side note, video opportunity for you to put your own brand in here and explain what a market temperature means and why that should matter. But as they start saying, hey, my home is in a market that's really easy to sell right now, and they scroll down, well, guess what? There's two things. And this is a sneak peek into how you can actually embed your own search experience for those buyers, and they'll get redirected to your own home search site. So a little bit more to come on that. But as far as them starting conversations, there's over 60 of these little pink bubbles. And as soon as they say, hey, should I sell? Well, guess what? They click a button, you get a text message and an email that goes to the email account you set your Homebot up with, and it's automated. So this is one of many examples of how your clients can click through, find what piques their interest, and start a conversation. And you'll see we go into all of the different thought paths someone might go to. Well, how can I prepare my home to maximize my listing price? And there's a lot of different channels there. New purchase, I want to buy a rental property, I'm ready to move. You're going to stay top of mind on all of the most important decisions that they might make as well.
So Jason, a thought, as far as who to put into one's Homebot account, if you're a real estate agent, I kind of think that it's not only your clients that you've actually served and help them achieve home ownership or buy multiple investment properties, et cetera. And on that note, people can have more than one address built into Homebot. But also, I think for the real estate community, it might be helpful just to put people into Homebot that maybe are already home buyers and they're just prospects, not actually clients. What is your thought on that?
That's perfect. And you teed us up perfectly there, Kelly. So what we want to make sure too is if you're working with those first-time home buyers or those renters, that you're still giving them a meaningful tool. And I think I said this earlier, but again, for our national average, 50% monthly engagement, less than 2% unsubscribe rate. So this truly is a way you can handhold a buyer, throughout a 9-month relationship, if necessary, to make sure you're staying top of mind and winning that new purchase for them. But for everybody else, we've got investor grade search products so they can actually start finding markets, exploring markets, seeing what the popular ones are, biggest houses, cheapest buys, is it easier to move here? But what's nice about this is once they click into that market, they do find interesting. Your clients will be able to come down here. And now I've got our just generic Homebot home search up here. But what you can do as an agent is actually say, well, when they want to click and explore that market, now I'm going to redirect them to my site called, jasonsellsdenver.com. And that's how you can truly keep your competitive moat around all of your clients. You're giving them home analytics. And if they're renting, you're giving them other market analytics and keeping them in front of you for their home search. And there's a lot of other great tools as well for them, whether they go to their buying report. So what's nice, and another part of Homebot I'll show you is actually your admin screen where you can actually see all of your clients' behaviors. Something that's really important with that is we never advertise or contact your clients or sell them as leads. Everything they do stays within your realm. So when they are setting price points, or they are favoriting markets, or they are seeing, buying timelines, how interest rates are affecting their buying power, all of that goes to you. And what's nice about that is even if they don't click one of those little pink bubbles, you can still log in and see who's shopping the most. And now you have a call list of saying, all right, now my buyer looks like they're heating up. I'm going to give them a phone call to make sure I win that business. So a lot of engaging tools where they don't only surf through it, but they'll actually start entering information for you, sell dates, desired purchase price, etc. So a lot of great buying tools for your clients.
I have a quick story. So I have my whole client database, and I've been lending for 25 years. So it's fairly extensive. And when we went to Homebot, we first just kind of did it over the years. So we put our last 3 years of people that we've served into Homebot. And then over the remaining year, we put everybody else in there. So there's a lot of people in there. I had noticed some activity on a client that I honestly did their last loan in 2013. We've had no contact since 2013 other than our normal, direct mail and video and that kind of stuff, but nothing that's as tactical as Homebot. So I noticed that this past client put 7 properties into Homebot, and they're all across the nation, and not any of them are here in Arizona. So I reached out to him. Apparently he has relocated to Texas. He's a real estate agent now, and he loved the tool so much. He actually put these other properties in because he just wanted to see what the analytics were based on the properties that he has owned. And I just thought it was just so interesting. He was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for reaching out. So this is somebody that I last talked to, totally my fault, but last talked to 8 years ago, right? He doesn't own any real estate in Arizona. He's a real estate agent in Texas. And he's like, how can I get this tool? So I think that sometimes we're so narrow in our focus of, here's how we're going to do it. It's only going to serve X amount of people, but really Homebot has so many different reaches. And I would just encourage you that if it's something that you want to plug and play, value add type of marketing tool that brings true insightful value to our community, this without a doubt is something to check out. So Jason, on that note, if a real estate agent is interested, what's the cost? Tell us a little bit about co-branding and what are next steps.
Absolutely. So we'll make it easy and easy for you to read while I talk about this as well. So there's a few things. And the first one I recommend is play around with Homebot and get your own digest. So what's really cool is, Kelly, you can actually set up all of your agents to get a own report for their own home. And this is cool because you want to be comfortable with what you are at the end of the day going to be sending to your clients. So play around with it, add multiple properties, maybe you'll experience and find some options that make sense for you. But as far as actually trying this out for your business channels, there's really 2 ways to go about this. And the first one is just to dip your toe in the water. If you think it's cool enough, but you want to get some other opinions, Kelly can actually offer you a free account for Homebot where you can load in your own clients. So you can see it's up to 25 clients. Put some people in that you've just closed homes with that are active buyers. Put some friends and family members on to get their opinions as well. But try it out. There's no time limit. There's no lack of functionality. It's fully around that client capacity. If you are kind of realizing the benefits or piqued in interest, well, let's set up a formal call and we can talk you through the actual membership options, which is $25 a month for you. And it is a month-to-month subscription. So kind of like Netflix, there's no long-term contracts. So a very affordable one, but also some good options for you to get started as well.
And it's easy.
Very easy.
Once you export and upload your clients, I mean, that's it. Then if you want to get tactical and incorporate video, which I highly, highly recommend, I will tell you our conversion of just the digest going out to response rate from our clients once we incorporated video was like a game changer. Imagine that. But anyway, but if video is not your thing and you don't want to do it, just again, staying in front of your clients in a very value add type of way is just, I think, worth $25 a month. So.
Absolutely. And, just to double down on that, we've had a lot of case studies, independent testimonials and research, but simply by having your clients on Homebot, we more than 2x the national average for retention rate. Because Kelly, as you said, it's meaningful content. It's not salesy. We're not sending people barbecue recipes when, they don't barbecue at all or aren't interested in it. So it's a really cool tool, but your clients will absolutely love it, as will you. So I appreciate you inviting me on the show today as well, Kelly.
Absolutely. And one other note, I think I'm getting questions from real estate agents on if it's a mutual client. So they have Homebot, I have Homebot. The client actually goes into the real estate agent's Homebot account, and then we can do video together in Homebot, or there's a link to me being co-branded with me in Homebot. So they're getting all of the video, the evergreen videos I have. We can actually plug and play and put those into the real estate agent's Homebot account if they wish, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've done, and again, our goal is all about helping the consumer. Y'all just happen to be the benefactor of it because you're getting new transactions, right? But to make the best experience for them, we've actually started this team structure. And the simple reason for that is if, one of your clients is interested in selling their home, fantastic. They're getting connected to you as the agent in the click of a button. Now, for the other various options they have, I want to, refinance my home, or I want to see how I can use my equity. Well, just us in our, generation and how technology's impacted our life, we still expect that immediate answer. So by partnering with Kelly, when your clients do say, can I get pre-qualified? What can I do with a refinance? And a click of a button, that message goes to Kelly and you still get notified. So through that teamwork structure, your clients are never in a gray zone. They're never wondering what happens next. They're always in the know and they're getting that instant, scratch to that itch they have. So it's an absolutely amazing experience for your clients through that co-branded effort that you're talking about, Kelly.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, any closing thoughts?
Sign up. I am such a big Homebot fan. It's kind of funny. I was receiving a Homebot report from my loan officer for 3 years, and I finally fell in love with the product so much. I said, I have to come work here. So I am like the absolute, epitome of somebody who's a Homebot fan. So try it out. At least get your own home digest and play around.
So if you're interested in getting your own home digest on your personal home and you're not receiving Homebot yet, just send us an email. We'll be sure to get you into it. And if you want to discuss further about how to actually get your clients into Homebot, give us a call. I look forward to chatting. And Jason, thank you again so much.
Yes, thank you as well. All right. Bye, Kelly.
Bye-bye.